today we will discuss on error detection. Okay. So, before going to discuss error detection, what is an error and which layer is responsible for detecting the errors, right? Already we had discussed the layers, the TCP/IP layers should as well as the OSI layers. So, coming to the OSI layers, which layer is responsible for the error detection? Yeah, it's true. Data link layer is the responsible for error detection and correction mechanism, apart from the framing also, right? So, today error detection, our class is error detection. So, what is an error? What is an error? Error means an unwanted bit or the original bit can be changed another format, right? That is an error. So, in real time scenario, why the errors are happened? What is the reason behind that one? Suppose you are talking to your friend through mobile phone, so the signals are like a radio signals or waves or analog signals, we call as analog signals. Our voice can be transferred to the analog format, right? So, during transmission time generally any error has happened, right? So, why the errors are happened in the during transmission time? The suddenly lightning will come or suddenly thunder will come, right? So, at that time the bits are changed. You observe especially in the dish TVs, or DTH or those are the dish TVs are available now. So, whenever the cloudy is there at that time you observe your signals, your TV signals are not coming properly, or maybe you lost your TV signals also. What is the reason? At that time there is an error, means there is no plain sky, some cloudy is there, those signals are again the corrupted, right? So, similarly in error detection mechanism also, the during transmission time the error will be occurred, right? So, what are the different types of errors? So, generally errors are mainly two types are the types of errors. The first one is single bit error, the second one is burst error. The first one is single bit error and second one is burst error. Yeah, coming to the first one is single bit error. Single bit means only at a time only one bit has been changed. During transmission time only one bit has been changed. You have to see here, this is the one source data or sender side he will send 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. The sender side, the sender will send to the data is 6 zeros and 1 0, right? He will send to receiver side, but receiver side can accept only 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0, but sender only send to only 1 0, but receiver can accept 1 0 1 0. So, the error is occurred here, error is happened here, means at a time only one bit has been changed. This type of mechanism, this type of error is called single bit error, right? So, the second one is burst error. Yeah, coming to the second one is burst errors. Previous one is we had discussed single bit error and second one is the burst errors, right? So, in burst errors, this is the center side can send the bits, those are 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 1. Sender side we have totally 16 bits and receiver side can accept 0 1 0 1 1 1 1. You observed these two bits are error, right? Initially the sender can send only 0 0 at this position, but receiver can accept 1 1, and again here in this position the sender can send 0, but it has been changed 1, right? So, the similarly here also in this bit position also Actually sender can send 0 and receiver side is 1. Again you observe in this mechanism how many bits are changed? 1, 2, 3, 4 bits are changed. That's why it is a burst error, means more than one bit has been changed. That's why it is a burst error. Whereas a single bit means at a time only one bit has been changed. Okay, so that is the difference between single bit error and burst bit error. So coming to the next one is we will discuss on what are the techniques we apply, what are the techniques to identify those errors, right. So we have, yes, we have these are different techniques to identify the errors, to detect the errors. Those are from, the first one is simple parity check, the second one is two-dimensional parity check, third one is checksum, fourth one is cyclic redundancy check. These are the some techniques to identify or to detect errors, in which position the errors are there. So with the help of these mechanisms, these techniques, we have to identify the errors, right. So the coming to the first one is simple parity check. Yeah, coming to the first one is simple parity check. So generally parity means here the two types of parities are there, even parity and odd parity. Even parity and odd parity. So the parity mechanism we have deduced, or we have to add one more bit. So that bit is like a redundancy bit. Redundancy bit. So coming to the one example, this example. So we are sending data. The data should be 100011. Right. This is the one. Our data is there. So in this data, how many ones are there? 3 ones. Right. 3 ones. But here we are using even parity mechanism. If it is a even parity mechanism, the ones should be either 2 or 4, 6, 8, even number of ones are required. But in actual data only 3 bits are there, 3 ones are there. So the compute the parity bit, it can add one more bit. So that bit, this is the bit. That bit should be like a 1, we have to add one bit, 1. So that is a like a redundancy bit. So the finally the sender can send 10011, after that one more bit, that is a redundancy bit. So already we discussed what is the redundancy bit, what is the use of it. It's an even parity, even number of ones are required in our data, even number of ones are required in our data, then send it to the receiver side. So this is via transmission medium, sender to, it can reach the destination, right. So in destination again the same 10011 and 1 is there, we have to reach the data, and again the compute the parity check, in compute the parity check, and if it is a even number of ones, in actual data even number of ones are there, yes, even number of ones, then accept data. If it is a odd number of ones is there, reject data, right. So this is for the simple parity check mechanism. Again you observe, so in receiver side, suppose during transmission time 1000101, what is this one? Again even odd number of parities are there, the compute the parity check, then reject the data. Why it is a reject? During transmission time we lost our data, change the bit, we got an error, right. So this is for simple parity mechanism. And one more is, what are the drawbacks of the parity mechanism, like a even parity. You will see we are sending data 10011, here 3 ones are there, that is not a even number ones, and we have to add one more bit, that is a even one. So finally 10011, and this is a redundancy bit, we called as a redundant bit, and send it to the receiver side. In the receiver side again the 2 bits are changed, then count it, how many ones are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more bit, please assume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? 6 one. In 6 bits, again compute the parity check. Yeah, it is checked and data is accepted. But actually, originally we are sending data is 10011 and one more bit redundant bit. We had to add one redundant bit, but receiver side can accept 5 ones, 0 and 1. Even number of parity checking, even though during transmission time, even number of bits can be changed. So that will not affect in data. So the even mechanism or odd parity mechanism or even parity mechanism, it won't work. You observe this one, right? So this is the drawback of simple parity mechanism. Yeah, coming to the next one is second one is the two-dimensional parity checks. So what are the drawbacks we observed in the simple parity? If the even number of parity, we will take the even number of parity mechanism. If even number of errors are occurred, then it won't work. If you use odd number of mechanism, odd number of ones will be changed, then it won't work, right? That is the drawbacks we observed in the previous one, the simple parity mechanism. So coming to the next one is two-dimensional parity mechanism. In two-dimensional, again you observe this is the data row wise, the first row, second row, third row and fourth row wise, right? And similarly column wise also, first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column, sixth one, seventh and eighth column, right? So if you consider the row wise, how many ones are there? We have to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is a 0. The row parity, we call as a row parity here. Row parity. 4 ones, then the redundant bit is 0. And again 1, 2, 3, 4. Redundant bit is 0. And again third row 1, 2. Redundant bit is 0. And fourth row 1, 2. Redundant bit is 0. Similarly, we have to calculate the column wise also 1, 2, 3, right? So how many ones are there? 3 ones are there, right? So we have to add one more bit, redundant bit, that is 1, because we are using even parity mechanism here. And again the second column 1, only 1 is there, we have to add 1, 0 columns, and this one, yeah, we have to add one more bit, that is a 1, and fifth column 1, and sixth column 0, seventh column 1 and 1, right? So the final one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the bit is 0. Again we observed in this mechanism, two-dimensional mechanism, we have to consider the two mechanisms, row wise we have to calculate row wise as well as the column wise. Suppose here during transmission time, maybe the 2 bits are changed, please assume 2 bits are changed, or else during transmission time 2 bits are changed, right? But row wise, you have to see row wise, what are the random bits? What is the even parity? Only 1, 1. Then obviously random bit is 0. Then column wise, you have to see 1, 1. So we have to add 1 and 0, 1, 1, again 1, and in this one 1, 1, 0. Next one, here is 1, right? So maybe this column may be changed, this column may be different, and again this column also, and we have to check, yeah, no problem for this one, and no problem, and no problem. So in these two columns, maybe either row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, any row, maybe there is the error has been occurred, right? So this is the way we have to identify the errors in the two-dimensional parity check, right? So yeah, coming to the third one is checksum. In checksum, the actual data or original data divided into k number of segments and m bits. So here the k equal to 4. K equal to 4 means we have to divide it 4 segments, and m equal to 8. 8 in the sense every segment, how many bits are there? You have to check it once. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, k equal to the segments. So in each k, how many bits are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Similarly, every segment also 8 bits are there, right? So we have to add it or ones complement in the center side. So after getting the resultant will be sent it to the receiver side. The receiver side also we will do the ones complement. Then we will identify the error is happening or not. Let's check the first one. What is the first segment? In first segment, what are the bits? 1, 00, 11, 00, 1. And the second segment, we will do the second segment. 111, 000, 10. Let's do for checksum. So 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 means we are applying XOR operation. In XOR operation, what is the both values are 1, both values are the same, then the output should be 0, right? So here 1 plus 1 or 1 XOR 0, 1, 1 XOR 0, 1, 1, 1, and here 0 and 1 is there. This is the parity bit. So the parity bit should be added to here, again leftmost one, then add it 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, right? So up to we get here checksum of the first two segments, then add third segment. What is the third segment? 00, 100, 100. Again apply checksum 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, right? So there is no parity bit here. Then directly we will add fourth segment, that is in fourth segment 1, 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and 100, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, right? After getting the last one, the last section, then we have to do the ones complement method. Ones complement method. What is the meaning for ones complement? Simply inverse of the values. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, right? Sure, this is the checksum of the sender side. Similarly, we will do the receiver side also. The receiver side. So in the receiver side again we will consider the first two segments 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. This is the first segment, and the second segment is 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is the second segment. We will do again checksum 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1 1 0 1. This is the parity bit. Again you add to parity bit here. 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 here 1 1 1 1 0. After that, then we'll add the third segment data 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. This is the third segment, right? Again we have to add it 0 0 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 again 1, right. So after that again we'll add the fourth segment data. At the fourth segment values data 1 4 zeros, then 1 0 0, right. So what is the value? 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 1 1. Parity bit here. Well, again add to the parity bit here 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 0. Simply inverse the, we are getting the values, inverse it. So after inverse it 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0, right. So this is the last one. Finally we will check it the checksum, we will add it the checksum here in the receiver side 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1. What is the value? 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1. Maybe if you are getting the some value, the receiver side or during transmission time the error has been occurred. Means if we get all ones, then there is no errors. After again inverse it, then we get all the zeros. If you get in here any one is zeros, then there is a error has been occurred in this position, right. So in this manner we have to identify errors in checksum, right, in center side and receiver side, and the checksum, the actual data is divided into the k segments, k number of segments. Every segment has m bits. So here m bit means how many bits are there? In each segment 8 bits are there. Okay. So based on that one we will do the operation. So comments I will conclude today's class. So today we will discuss on error detection. What is an error detection? So error means during transmission time. Generally errors are happening during transmission time only, right. So during transmission time there errors are occurred. So what are the different types of errors? Single bit type of error, single bit errors and burst bit error. Single bit error means only one bit the change, only at a time only one bit has been changed, whereas a burst bit means more than one bit has been changed, right. What are the different techniques used to identify or to detect errors? So mainly the simple parity mechanism, two-dimensional parity mechanism, or the checksum and CRC. So next class I will tell you what is the CRC. The CRC is very important for the gate point of view. Okay. So thank you for watching. Thank you.